What's going on, everybody? Epic Fox here, and today I wanted to show you something I came across. It's been a long time since I've played some ASL, but I went out and bought some because I haven't had these in a long time. Actually, I've never owned the starter kits, but Beyond Valor and Yanks, I've seen some playtime in. I did want to pick up Rising Sun, but multi-man publishing is slipping up, and I'm not going to pay $300 aftermarket for Rising Sun. The website on MMP has said temporarily out of stock for going on, I don't know, a year or 2 years now, so whatever. Um, So I did get the Beyond Valor and the Yanks core sets, and also the Advanced Squad Leader starter kits number 1, 2, and 3. And also I got the starter kit expansion number 1 and the Battle of the Bulge battle pack. So I'll kind of explain the difference between, the expansions, the battle packs, the core sets, the starter kits, stuff like that. And here in the near future, I am going to be playing through the starter kits 1, 2, and 3 before we move on to the core sets. And it's been a while for me, so I'll definitely need the refresher. And like I said, I've never done the starter kits, so I'm going to play through those first. Why not? So I picked up the expansion pack over here as well, and we'll check that out in a minute. But basically, the starter kit number 1 is a basic introduction to the game. It is a standalone game, just like all 3 of the starter kits. They're standalone games. So the this kind of introduces you to the infantry level of the game, and it's just pretty basics. It has, I don't know how many scenarios it has. I think it comes with 2 or 3 maps, double printed, so 6 maps, something like that. And the Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit number 2 is going to move you on up to the artillery, and that'll be, I think, off map and on map artillery and weapon squad, stuff like that. And then the Starter Kit number 3 is gonna put you in the TC role, and you're gonna get some armor on the field. So by the time you're finished playing with all 3 of those, you should have a pretty good understanding of about 90% of the ASL leaders core rule set. So, and there is an actual rule book, and a friend of mine is borrowing it because I broke this out. I wanted him to check it out because I want to play with him. He's never played ASL, so I'm excited about that. And but this is it pretty much. And we'll go ahead and we'll open up these starter kits together real quick. Here is the starter kit number 1 opened on up, and we have the MMP packing slip right here, the quality control. And what we got is on top, we got some scenario cards. So these are going to be double-sided scenario cards. And it looks like there is 1, 2, 3 of them. So there's going to be 6 scenarios in that. We got a blank sheet, and looks like we have a starter kit reference, quick reference card. And then we got a couple maps here. And they're single-sided maps, so there's only going to be 2 maps included in this. Then we have the rule book, so you can see this is a very basic rule book, but it is in full color. And looks like it has a lot of detail and other things in there. And then here's the counter sheet. We got the American counters, the German counters, and then the Russian counters. And we also have some basic gameplay counters, some first fire, prep fire, smoke, pen markers, rally and hit markers, stuff like that, and melee markers. So you can see, if you're familiar with the Combat Commander series, you got your squads and your half squads, stuff like that. And this is much older than the Combat Commander series, and it's had probably a heck of a lot more game hours across the globe. So we'll go ahead and put this up and take a look inside number 2 real quick. So here we have starter kit number 2 opened up, and you can see same packing slip and the rule book and some dice again. And the rule book is going to be same high quality in color, separated with play examples and text. And you know, this is a tremendous game. It's very heavy on the acronyms. So the complexity can be a bit heavy for first-time wargamers or even moderate wargamers. We're going to have scenario cards for number 2 as well, and it looks like there is going to be 4 of those double-sided, so there's going to be 8 scenarios in starter kit number 2. We have another separating sheet, this time it's green. And we have another quick reference chart right here. So, and it looks like they are different quick reference charts. This one is your artillery and your gun chart, it looks like. So, and then we are going to have a couple more maps. We got two maps, and here's the fun stuff. We got the counters. Let's see. We got some American artillery, some Russian artillery, some German artillery. Looks like mortars and other artillery there. So, not sure who those are. Let's see. British. Okay. Um, and then we got some more infantry counters right here as well. We also have some Italian up top. I'm sorry about that. We got some Italian on the top of that sheet. We have Americans, Russians, and Allied miners where my thumb is at. So there's a decent mix of counters in starter kit number 2. And I wish I could find a couple of the older sets, the core sets, with the British orders of battle, and the Japanese and the Marines, as well as the Allied miners for cheaper than, you know, the extremely inflated price that's going on right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. So here is number 3, and we have another packing slip, another pair of dice, and a third rule book. This one is getting a little bit heavier, and this one also is going to include all the rules, the previous rules from starter kit 1 and 2, just as starter kit number 2 has all the rules for 1 and 2 as well. So this one adds on to the first and second. So like I said, all 3 are standalone games. So you could just buy the third kit if you wanted to and learn the whole thing. I chose to get all 3 of them just for mainly the extra scenarios and the extra maps. There are all geographic maps, which means you can put them all together from any side and they'll match up no matter what. So anyway, and also I wanted to introduce my son, who is a new war gamer at 14 years old. He has a lot of experience in miniature wargaming, but limited experience in the hex and counter war games. So we have played some Combat Commander and a few others, and some card-based games like Down in Flames, some other stuff, and he enjoyed also Victory at Midway. We had a lot of fun at that anyway. So we'll get back to ASL here. The starter kit number 3, here's the rule book, and it's going to be the same thing. High quality colors and printed in text and examples of play on almost every page here. So very rule heavy game once again. And now we have, here is going to be the core of a lot of the game systems here, which we have the chapter H, and this is going to be your vehicle and ordnance historical notes. So, and here it just is going to go through all the armor available in this specific game. And what you find in the core sets up to my upper left there, the Yanks and the Beyond Valor, is you'll find chapter H guides in those core sets, and that will have the full historical armored notes for those vehicles for those nationalities, whether it's German or American or whatnot. So back to the number 3, and we're going to have some counters right on top here. Looks like we got some German armor and then some Soviet armor and also some American armor. And I'm looking at the kind of tanks here. Looks like we got some Panzer 4Gs, Panzer 3, Panzer 4s, Panzer 3s. So, and then we got some maps. Looks like 2 more maps. And I'll show you what I mean by the geomorphic, which is you can take these 2 maps and put them side by side here, and no matter which side you connect, all the roads, all the trees, all the terrain will always link together perfect, and it'll always do that no matter which side you link up. So those are really cool features. And then we're going to have some more scenario cards. Looks like 3, so there's going to be 6 scenarios in this one. We have another divider and some more goodies here. We're going to get 2 more pages of counters. And there's going to be some German infantry and a whole lot of gameplay counters there. Some artillery markers, a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to have some more artillery even to add into what came with starter kit number 2. And you have your turret markers, those mark which direction your turret is facing, etc. Then we're going to have a whole heck of a lot more infantry. So we're moving on up. We got ourselves some stacks of infantry now, and we're going to have more British Commonwealth. So that's good. We're stacking up some British counters here. And we have some Germans, some Russians, and Americans. So I'm satisfied with these 3 starter kits. They will run you about the cost of one of the full core sets, but we're not going to take a look at the core sets like I said today. I do want to show you one more thing, and that's the expansion leader, the expansion to the starter kits, which I haven't opened yet. So I'm going to go ahead and open it, and we'll be right back. All right, here is the starter kit expansion pack number 1. I just opened it up, and you can see there's a pretty large stack of stuff here. So we have another packing slip. Okay, I'll just come on off with the rule books here. So we have another rule book here, and it looks like they are going to possibly add in some rules, some of the rules, if not all of the rules that were left out from the main rules in the starter kits. What you would, I guess, what they would call the advanced rules. So it looks like if you put some of these together, maybe we're working our way up to the full rule book. I'd have to do some comparisons between the rule book. We're also going to have another quick reference data card. So that looks pretty good. And now we're going to have some counters here. And right off the bat, I see some Axis minored and some Allied minor, some Russians, some Commonwealth, and we got some more Germans, some more Americans in there. Then we're going to have one map. That's a pretty good looking map. Going to have one scenario card, double-sided. And another map. And another scenario card. And what is this? Oh, we got a Chapter H. So, another scenario card. One more scenario card behind that. And now we have some more good looking counters. We're going to get some more armor, some more artillery, some British armor, some more Italian. Yeah, more Italians it looks like. And more American armor down there. So I'm satisfied with this expansion kit so far. We got another scenario. I lost count now. That's either 8 or 10 scenarios now. And we got another map. And another couple more quick reference cards. So then the back cover there. And even the back cover. Look at that. Even the back cover has a reference card on it. Excellent. Make use of everything. So that is good stuff there, and I'm impressed with that expansion kit. So we're gonna start playing off. We're not gonna start today. I'm not ready. I still gotta pop these counters and trim the corners and stuff. So it'll be a little bit. I'm in the middle of a lot of painting as well. So we'll get back to you with maybe an introductory game with me and a friend. See you guys later.